Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Today, I'm really excited. I'm so excited because today, a card arrived in the mail that I am so glad to finally have. It's a card that I've mentioned several times as being a goal card that I really wanted, a really iconic pre-war Red Sox card. And I was patient and I waited and waited to try to get the one that worked best for me, both in terms of condition, eye appeal, and cost. And this was a challenging card to try to come by. So the card is the 1934 Diamond Stars Lefty Grove, card number 1 in the set, the very first Diamond Stars card that was ever produced. And it's an iconic card. It's an iconic image of Lefty Grove, one of the greatest left-handed pitchers of all time, one of the best pre-war pitchers, sort of, I would say, post-dead ball and still pre-war. He may have been the best pitcher of that era. And I finally came across the right one for me that I wanted. And I'm going to work on opening the box here and talk a little bit while I'm doing that. So basically, I identified this as a card that I really wanted months ago. And there's a lot of challenges with trying to come across this card. First off, it's just like hard to find in general. It's just a tough one. And then it's very hard to find in any kind of good condition. And there's a bunch of different reasons for that. Obviously, it's an old card. It's like it's a 90-year-old card, right? But also, the number one card in the set for any set basically tends to be a card that's condition sensitive because it would be the kind of the top card in a stack. It would have like the rubber band marks, and I found the card to just always be. Every time I would like see one, I'd find one or something. The card was just like dirty, and I saw a bunch of examples of the card at Shriners, and nothing really caught my eye that I felt like there were some raw ones that I thought were really expensive that I came across. And I've seen some graded ones too that I thought were really, really expensive. Sorry, I'm having trouble with this a little bit. All right, I think I got it. So I finally came across the right one for me. And the price was right, and I got it. Here it is. All right. Went through eBay. I bought it a little bit before Christmas, and it went through eBay authentication. And now I got it. Here it is. The 1934 Diamond Stars Lefty Grove. This was raw, obviously, as you can see. Like I said, it passed eBay authentication just recently. Kind of see the back there. So, like I said, hard card to find in good condition. And a lot of times the cards are dirty. They have like rubber band marks. I said that all already. Now, this card is not perfect, and I'll show you why in a minute. But it worked really well for me for what I want. So as you can see here, and I'll try and do my best to show you guys this. I think this card presents fantastically. There are some issues on the side there you kind of see, but overall, just a really clean example of a card that, like I said, is just so hard to. It's in 2 penny sleeves, which is a little odd. You don't see that very often. I'll even take it out of this. I was able to get this for a really good price for this reason that you'll see that it was pasted in the book. But increasingly, my feeling on this type of thing is I don't really care. I want to get the card that looks the way that I like it, that I want it to look for my PC. I think this is such an iconic card. First off, obviously Diamond Stars, totally iconic set. Incredible artwork across all of the different cards that they made. This was, the National Chicle Company came up with this, and they were based in Cambridge, Mass. That's where the gum came from, and they made these cards in Cambridge. So I think for them it was maybe kind of important that they wanted to get a Red Sox player to be the first card in the set, and the Red Sox had just acquired Lefty Grove from the Athletics when this card came out, when they made this set. And so I just think it's such an iconic image of him, letting go, like right after letting go of a pitch. You see the Red Sox jersey, like everything. Like this is like a top 5 like card that I wanted. So this was kind of my last big purchase of the year. So again, I'm just so thrilled with it. So as far as the price on this card goes, this was originally listed as a buy it now on eBay for I think it was like $760. It didn't sell at that price. I was keeping an eye on it. I didn't make any kind of an offer or anything like that at that price. And then a few days before Christmas, the price dropped to they dropped the price 25% on the buy it now. So it went from 760 to 570. So I came in with an offer. I offered $425 for this card. And the offer was accepted. And so after shipping, fees, taxes, everything, it came out, I believe, to $457. And I sold off some stuff, and essentially kind of moved money around and got this without having to really dip into my pocket for it. I sold some other cards. So I'm over the moon about the price I paid for this because there's like a wide variation. You can see like well presenting, 2s and 3s for this card that go easily close to $1,000. And this card will get a 1 because of the back. I'm certainly prepared for that. And this will go in my next SGC order. But it just is, the eye appeal on this card is so phenomenal. I'll try to hold it like this so that you can see more of the actual card. But this is one of my favorite pickups in a long time. And it will head off to SGC in my next order. I want to talk a little bit about Lefty Grove, just from a career standpoint. Like I said, really ultimately the best, like really if you think about it, like that era between 1920 when the rules changed after Ray Chapman was killed by a pitch, and they started to introduce like they would kind of eliminated the spitball. It was grandfathered in. Certain guys, Burley Grimes, other guys were allowed to throw it. Like Lefty Grove, like Dizzy Dean, Dazzy Vance, like those are the best pitchers of that era. And kind of like the latter years of Grover Alexander and a few others. But Lefty was right up there. Lefty was originally from the Baltimore area. He signed with the Orioles when they were at that time they were an independent international league team, minor league team, and the owner of that team didn't want to give him up, didn't want to sell him to the big leagues. They held him for the first 4 or 5 years of his professional career, and then eventually, finally, sold him to Connie Mack to the A's for the biggest sale in the history of baseball at that point. For I think it was like $100,000 to sell him from AAA to, at the time I don't think they really called it AAA back then, but to the majors. And then he's the ace of those incredible ace teams of the late 20s into the early 30s. They win the World Series a couple times, and that's Mickey Cochran and Jimmy Fox and Al Simmons, and Lefty Grove is the ace of that staff. And then Tom Yawkey buys the Red Sox in 1933, 1934, and he wants to make a splash. They kind of rebuild Fenway Park after it gets kind of torn down, or there's a big fire, and they kind of rebuild it, and he wants to make a big splash. So he goes out and tries to acquire some really big players. And the biggest pitcher that he acquired was Lefty Grove. And he went out and there was a trade, and there were players involved, and there was cash involved. Connie Mack, as often happened with him, he would have a great team, and then he'd run into financial trouble and then sell everybody off. So that's what happened with Lefty Grove. And he goes to the Red Sox, and he gets hurt this first year in 1934. But other than that, he's fantastic. The Red Sox also got Jimmy Fox from the A's during that period. They also got Joe Cronin from the Senators. But of course, the Red Sox don't really have a great team until a guy named Ted Williams comes along in 1939, and they get to the World Series in 46. But I think 41 was like his last year, was Lefty Grove's last year. So I think somewhat underappreciated by history as one of these guys. But again, this card is a huge centerpiece card for me in terms of my pre-war collection. And it's a huge Red Sox card. So I'm thrilled with the price I paid for this. I'm thrilled with the condition, with the eye appeal, the condition of this card. I'd like you to let me know in the comments below, like, what's your, what gets you excited? Because this is like the most excited I've been about a card coming in the mail in a long time. Like, can you let me know a story of like a card that you're really excited to get in the mail? You're tracking it for a few days and feeling like, where's the card and is it coming, whatever. Like I said, this went through eBay authentication, so it took a while to show up. Let me know a story about that, and I'd love to hear it. So that's the big card that came today in the mail. And then just while we're here, let's go through another package that I got today of a few lesser cards. This is from I don't want to say lesser cards. One of them is actually a pretty big card to replace another card that I just sold. This is from a dealer on Facebook. His name's John. He sells a lot in the big Facebook groups. He does a lot of claim sales and things like that. And I just bought more cards from him actually that are going to come in the mail, hopefully either late this week or the beginning of next week. But there were a couple different things that I picked up here. First was this. I got a new Stargell rookie. I sold off the one that I had that was in a PSA 4. The biggest issue with this card is there's a ding right there. So this is going to go in the SGC order as well. That SGC order is going to have this card. It's going to have Lefty. It's also going to have the Bobby Orr and Addy Josh cards I showed in that the last edition of Wax Pack Wisdom. And so yeah, the only thing that's really wrong with this card is that corner. It's pretty dinged up. I don't know what this is going to grade, but I was really happy with what I paid for this card. I paid $100 for this card. So hopefully it gets a really good grade. And then I picked up a bunch of other stuff from him, and I would say that like the next group of cards I'm going to show you, these in total cost me $9 if you don't include shipping. So a few 76 Hall of Famers, and these are in really good shape. And you only wanted like $1 each for these. These are cards I needed for my set build. So Tony Perez, Bert Blyleven, and Willie Stargell. So those are going to be nice additions to my for my set build. Going to get those in there. And then just a few other cards I picked up. This 66 Necro, I have a page in my vintage binder that's 66 Hall of Famers, and I sent in my Clemente to grade that I'm going to use as part of a trade that I'm going to do coming up. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be really exciting. So I just wanted to get a cheap 66 Hall of Famer to put in that spot. And then nice second-year Tiant. Speaking of 66, I want to get his rookie card, the 65. But I just thought this was just a nice card, and the price was right. Like I said, all of these cards, not the Stargell, but the 376s, and then the rest of these cards I'm showing you was just a total of $9. And a couple of nice Red Sox cards here. This is the nice rookie cup, Reggie Smith. Obviously, I have this card for my 68 set build, but I'm just going to put this in my Red Sox binder. And same with this 1960 Topps Billy Jurgis. This was one of the first. I think this was like the first year that Topps did manager cards, and the back is pretty cool on this one too. So anyway, so that's the mail for today. So really, really excited. I think I'm probably going to the Dedham card show on New Year's Day. I'm not positive about that yet. We'll see what comes up. And I'm going to get those cards going to get the cards I mentioned out to SGC pretty soon. I should be getting more cards back from SGC. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, by the end of this week. If not, probably beginning of next week. And so we'll do a grade reveal on that. I'm planning on doing a video to talk about 2025 collecting plans as well as channel plans. So I might shoot that tonight and post it on I'll probably post it on Thursday. 59 Topps Friday will be back this coming Friday. We have 3 Hall of Famers to talk about this week, which is exciting. And yeah, so that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Again, leave us a comment below and let us know about like what was like the last card that you were like really excited about getting in the mail, and let us know what it was, and hopefully it met your excitement. So let us know that in the comments. Please subscribe to Wax Pack Wisdom. It's been a wonderful year for us on the channel. This will probably very likely be the last video we post this year. So thank you very much to everybody for your support. Please spread the word. If you like our content, please let a friend know about it. Have them subscribe to the channel. And then also check out where to follow us on social media channels, as well as where to donate to our favorite list of nonprofits and charities, which is down in the description of this video. So thanks very much again for watching. We really appreciate your support. Happy New Year to everybody, and wishing you the best of health and the best of luck in 2025. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Wax Pack Wisdom. Take care.